right, now we'll be able to see everything we're doing. This is an Arabian here. He's not a Mustang, but he's in our Mustang program. He's a good lesson horse, and it helps us learn the difference between Mustangs and other horses. So we get to see the comparison of what they're afraid of, how they react, just everything. And then this behind him is Beauty. She's a 3-year-old, and she's from Nevada Wild Horse Range. So we're gonna show you guys everything that we do to get ready, get the horses ready to ride, do some stuff on the ground with them, show you some tricks. And if you have any questions, and you can write in the chat box, feel free to do that, and we can answer your questions. So we're showing right now how to do the saddle pad. We're putting a saddle pad on Beauty. And we're brushing Zeb. We have a few different brushes that we use. Let's see. So we have this brush. This type of brush is a softer brush. I don't know if you guys can really see that. Yeah. There we go. That one's for their body. It's really soft. So we just brush them down their whole body. Yeah, you want to show them how you do it on Beauty? Brush your legs. Go brush your leg right there. Back legs are a little bit scary, but front legs are okay. Yeah, just brush them all the way down. When we first get the Mustangs, they're still a little bit nervous and we can't do a lot of this stuff, but as you get to know them and as they get to trust you, then they'll let you brush them and do all the fun stuff with them. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. And then we're gonna get some saddles out, and we're gonna get another Mustang out, and then we'll take you guys out to the arena, and we'll show you how we ride them all around. And then I'll also show you this other thing. All right, I don't know if anyone knows what this is. This right here we use for the horses. If anyone has any guesses in their mind, it's got this sharp part right here on the edge, and it's got a little bristle on the back. And I'll show you what we use it for. If you can type it in the chat, you can type in the chat what you think it's for. Cinder? I don't know. You can take Gemini's for now. I'm not gonna use them. So this we're going to use for their feet. So this part we're going to put on their hoof, and that digs out the dirt on their hoof and makes sure that there's no rocks in there. And then this part we just brush it and make sure that it's all nice and clean. So I'll show you guys how we do this, and we check all their feet before we ride to make sure that nothing's in there, nothing's going to hurt them. And stuff like that a little bit. Okay. She's just getting her other foot ready for me, but I'm not going to do that side yet until they get the saddle ready. So they're putting a saddle on Beauty, and then the bridle that we use are bitless bridles, so they don't have any metal parts that go into the horse's mouth, so it's really easy on their face and really kind of nice for them to learn and train in. And then you want to show them the other brush that we use. Then we use a brush like this. Let's show them first. What? I'll do the other side because I'm not sure how Beauty's going to react today. So this is like a normal brush, and we're going to use this one for her mane and for her tail.
Yes, this for the mane brush.
Yep. So brush for him, and you want to brush your tail a little bit? Brush it just like normal humans, huh? Feels just like regular hair. Okay. We don't get their hair brushed. Alright, I can turn this too and move it over there. Once Beauty's, or well, actually, once Beauty's tacked up, we can just lead her away, and then we can put Cinder there, and then you guys can see Cinder. Cinder's a different Mustang. She's 17. She just had her birthday, so we'll show you her. Yeah. All right, so walk you like all the way over there and then through this little path. Then it will be the right side, I think. Yeah. All right, and then you can put Cinder over there. All right, and then Cinder's gonna walk right up here in front of you guys on the camera, and we're gonna show you how we do the saddle. There's a special knot that we use. Make sure they're tied on really tight.
We're gonna do the rest of the saddle over here.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so when we do the saddle, we put this leather all the way around and around and around. And then at the very end, instead of going straight down, you come out the side. Okay. Loosen it a little bit. So instead of going straight down, I go out the side. And then we go back up the other side. And then we go back down the middle. It's the same way that you tie a tie when you're tying a tie on your shirt. So you do it just like that, and then it goes straight down, kind of like the tie looks. And then if there's a bunch extra, we have this extra little part on our saddle where we can tuck it in there. This isn't a lot extra today, but it's pretty good. All right, and then we have these little parts right here in the saddle that have a bunch of holes. So if your legs aren't this long, you can take this, you can move it up like this. And the top. And that shortens the whole stirrup, and then you can have shorter legs and still ride.
And Amanda, could you tell us how do we know this is a Mustang for sure?
Ooh, that's a good question. So every Mustang, well, at least from the BLM, has this little mark on their neck. Don't back up. This is it's hard to see actually. Let's see. There it is. Every Mustang has this little mark on the back of their neck. It's called a freeze brand. Gotta get you out of the bushes. There we go. So that first big U part means they're from the United States government. And then that next part is the year that they were born. And then the rest of it is a special code that has special numbers that go to it. And that tells you basically exactly which horse it is from that facility. So every time when they come off the wild, they go with a bunch of other horses into a big giant pen. And then they kind of stamp them with that stamp. She's like, did you guys see it? And then they can tell exactly which horses they gave medicine to, or if any of them get sick or anything like that. All right, so Bella's gonna walk her all the way to the round pen. And we'll take you guys out there in a few minutes after she's warmed up. And first we'll show you Cinder. All right, so this is Cinder. She's what we call a dappled gray Mustang. She's very beautiful. Yeah, the replay will be available, no problem. I wonder if your computer will die if I take it over to the round pen. Should we try it? I mean, I can carry it. Unless you want to carry it. If you want, you can go over there and then we'll just bring them over there and do more stuff. It's more exciting than brushing, but brushing is very exciting. Oh, it actually decently fits him. Look at all those wrinkles. He's so cute. He's like my old man skin. All right, I'll turn the pillow.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. Just air.
I don't know what else to do over there. That's noticed. All right. Today, he's actually the baby of this one. So that's the baby, and then this one's the mom. Hi, buddy. So, lightning bolt on his face. Lightning bolt face. Come back over here. He's the mom. They both were running wild right outside of Las Vegas, and then they got rounded up, and they had over 200 extra horses on the range. So there wasn't enough food and water, and they were all looking really sad. So they rounded up 200 of them, and they brought them to the holding pens, and then people adopted them from there. And they ended up Hello. We are here at the ranch. Got the internet back on. This is our arena. I'm going to We're gonna ride around in here when we get all the horses tacked up. Aiden's gonna show you just how big it is. Do you want to show them how we go over the poles with the horses? Try to go over those poles like a horse. This is one of the training things we do. There's little poles on the ground. We walk over them just like that. Good job. So if you were on a little minute ago, we were brushing the horses up at the barn, and now we're slowly walking them down here to the arena. We'll show you guys how we ride them around, all the fun training things that we do with them. We were over here with Beauty a minute ago, walking. Let's see, there she is. I don't know if you guys can see her over there. Slowly. This plan didn't work as well as I wanted it to. I was like, there's gonna be so much going on over there. Should we go back to the barn? All right, well, I guess you're gonna stay over there and we'll go look for Cinder and see what Cinder's doing. Once Cinder gets her saddle on, she'll come out and die. Sometimes the horses just don't want to do exactly what we want, but we just give them their respect and the space that they need, and we just pick another one and do other fun things. Hey, Splash. Hi, Splash. This is our mama horse. She had a baby in the wild that didn't survive, and then she had another baby in the wild that did, and this is her baby that did survive that we got today. Hi, buddy. He's got a lightning bolt in his head. I don't know if you can see that. If you guys can mute your audio, that'd be good. All right, we'll go over here and we'll see how Cinder's doing. And this is Maverick. He's actually the mama horse's younger brother. Hi, Maverick. And this is Luna. Luna's 4, and she's the very first Mustang that I ever got about a year ago. And she's the one that started this whole obsession with Mustangs and saving them and getting them out of the holding pens and building relationships with them. So we've worked a long time now trying to build a really good relationship with Luna, and she's doing really good. All right, this is Cinder. She's all ready, tacked up in her rainbow clothes. She's got her saddle pad, her saddle, and then this is the bridles I was telling you guys if you were on earlier about, but don't have any metal in their mouth. So they're really nice and easy on the horse. What do you think? He's like, what is going on? Oh, it's on the ground. Yay. I was like, those pieces always fall out. All right, and then once they're ready, we're gonna go in the arena and show you guys how we do different riding techniques. Hi, Cinder, how you doing?
Wild horses or
These are the Mustangs, yeah.
the Mustang?
Wild horses.
If you guys have any questions, let me know.
Hello.
Live or something?
Mute your audio as soon as you want to ask a question. Go ahead and do chat, or go ahead and mute yourself and speak right up.
All right, so we're gonna watch, and Kayla's gonna lead Cinder down the path. Cinder's had a lot more practice leading than Beauty, so you'll get to see the difference of how fast Cinder gets in compared to Beauty. That way, I guess. She's not afraid of the car. Cinder went on her first walk out on the road of Las Vegas last night. It was pretty cool. What are all these horses doing? We have peacocks on the ranch too. Here, we'll try to sneak up on this peacock and see if you can see it. You guys can see this peacock. We have peacocks, and we have about 30 different cats that all had different homes and were wild and had not the best life, so we saved them, and now they have a sanctuary here with us. All right. The flag. All right. Yeah. Perfect. All right, Kayla's gonna ride Cinder. It's gonna be really cool. We have all sorts of fun things I can show you guys over here that we use with the horses. We have barrels and jumps.
So what is that?
Kayla gets on. I'll show you guys everything we have over here. So if you come to Las Vegas, even if
Wild
you're just
Mustangs.
visiting for a little bit,
This is,
come and work with us. And
It's a ranch in Las Vegas.
why are they doing Zoom things?
Because they want to show people how they
we have
work.
barrels, we have jumps, we have a ball, we have tarps, we have cones, We have all sorts of things that we use to get the horses used to different situations that they'll see in the human world. Here's Kayla riding Cinder. Kayla was our very first lesson student. We started in January. We only had one horse and one rider, and slowly we've built everything up. Now we have 10 animals, 9 horses and a donkey, and we have tons of people, so many families that come all the time to ride and train.
A horse what?
Lesson, please.
Sounds like a rescue. Horse rescue place.
It's a horse lesson. They do lessons. Is what I'm saying.
I don't know.
That's what she just said.
You guys want to mute yourself between questions if you have them. That way you don't have your camera showing, because if you guys talk, then your camera shows. So if you can just mute yourself, that's good. Oh, sorry. All right, so why don't you show us how you can go forward and then back up. So we're going to walk a few steps forward, and then basically we pull back with both hands to stop, and then we do the same thing to back up, almost like we're stopping, except for we keep asking for a stop, and then they go backwards. Good job. All right, and try it again. Forward and then back. We practice backing up straight. We practice backing up around different cones. Cinder now is saying, I don't know if I want to back up. But we keep asking her. And then she does it. Good job. All right, I guess let's go into the sun because it's really hard to see in the shade. All right, is there anything that you guys want to see especially, or that you want to ask about with the Mustangs? Just gonna watch them ride around for a little bit.
You want to ask me?
I don't have any questions. No.
This is Cinder. This is our other horse that's not an Arabian that we have in our program, or that's not a Mustang. He's an Arabian, and we've been giving some lessons on him too. He's just learning still. They're all just learning, but most of them know a little bit of what to do. So now Kayla's trotting with Cinder, which is a faster gait than a walk. Now she's cantering, which is the next fastest. So now they're both cantering around. Oh, now she's back to the trot. There goes Zeb. So there's not a ton of differences between Mustangs and other horses overall. Their feet usually are better just because they've been in the wild most of their lives. So they basically just self-medicate any problem that they have. They kind of fix it on their own and they let nature take its course. They're really smart and they'll find different things that cure them that we wouldn't even normally think of or we don't know about necessarily. So they're really hardy horses. They usually have no problems with sicknesses and their feet are really great. Sometimes horses need fancy shoes and that can cost a lot more money. So a lot of people have Mustangs because they're a lot more cost effective. And overall, because they've spent time in the wild, having to pretty much fight for their life, it allows them to have a deeper connection with you when you do finally build that trust. Because everything is terrifying for them. And then, you know, as they build down that trust and they realize that you're not trying to hurt them, then slowly they come along and they get a little better than a normal horse would, I think. Obviously, a horse that's born in the barn can sometimes be really, really great at a lot of things, and it already knows and it already trusts. So with a Mustang, I feel like there's that added level of kind of just awareness. And when you know that something's going wrong, a Mustang will actually take action, whereas a normal horse will kind of wait and see, is there really a danger? Should I really be that worried? And a Mustang will immediately know that something's wrong and react to it. So you kind of have to build the trust up. And so it's a lot harder at first. People can't just come in and ride just like they would a normal horse. You really have to kind of go on their terms and listen to them and go a lot slower, I've found. And just take everything piece by piece, break it down. And when you do it like that, then they come around and they're so much, I think, better than even a normal horse can be. A lot of people say that Mustangs are like a one-person animal. I don't think that necessarily, because we have a big program full of a bunch of people, but all the people in our program use the same methods. We all use really natural methods of training. We've done a lot of work with Pat Pirelli and Mustang Maddie. A lot of these Mustang trainers, they don't do anything like normal trainers do. They have a lot different style. And we use that kind of natural method for our horses to try to show them that we're not forcing them to do things. We just want to build a connection and do things together. So we kind of make things more into a game. All right, so I think I'm gonna put some barrels out here. We can show you guys how we practice our barrel racing sometimes. We have 3 barrels. I don't know if you've ever seen it on TV when they race horses and they do barrel patterns, but there's 3 barrels and you have to go out, around the left barrel, around the right barrel, and then around the middle barrel, and then run back as fast as you can. So we train for that. I don't think any of our Mustangs are going to be going to a barrel racing competition anytime soon, but we like to just practice it and do it for fun and see what we can do with them. So I'm going to leave this here and I'll let you guys watch the horses, and I will go and put up some barrels and then we'll watch and we'll have a little mini race. Okay. All right, should be able to see most of the arena from there. All right, I'm gonna put up some barrels.
Do you want to explain what you saw? Do you want to explain what you did? What did you learn about how to walk the horse around the arena?
Yes, it's gently to ask her, and then once she does it, but
And then your rope, you have to pull it.
You want to keep watching?
Between pulling fire.
Sure.
When you ask her, it makes her want to come, but when you pull hard, it makes her think you're going to hurt her.
We'll prep some dinner stuff.
Okay.
Camera a little bit so we can see around Beauty.
All right, ready? Go with this.
All right, while they work on this, let's watch Cinder go around the pattern. All right, so here's the pattern. There's 3 barrels. It's gonna go out and around the left one. I'm just gonna come back, curve around and go around the right one. Just gonna come back and go up the middle and go around the middle one. And then she's gonna go all the way back to the beginning down there next to Zeb.
You want a bun or bread?
And then slowly we add more speed and we try to do it as fast as we can. Nice, good job, Cinder. All right, let's see if Zeb can do it. Zeb's just been barely practicing this, so he's learning. Let's see if he can do it. All right, you made it around the first one. Now come out, yeah, this way. Yeah. Okay, just going around the second one.
What? What's that?
And just getting around the third one. So this is really good for us to practice steering with them, so they can get used to our bodies on them. Now we got Beauty leading really good. This is good. She likes to stop at the gate, so we're practicing this. All right, let's see if Cinder can do it at a trot. Do you want me to time you? All right, here she goes. Around the first one. So first we do it at a walk, then we do it at a trot, and then we're slowly working at getting into a canter. Sometimes the horses get super excited when we do it, so we have to just kind of see where they're at for the day. And then we start out really wide around the barrels because at first they're kind of scary for the horses, and then slowly we get closer and closer to them. Let me see if I can move you guys a little bit closer so we can see as they go around the barrel. See if we can't scare them. Just kidding. All right, let's see. Let's see if this is nerve-wracking for them. With us sitting right here watching. Zeb wants to canter, but we're holding him back. Oh, he says I'm not gonna be held back. I know. Right. Been staying in a trot. Good job. It's like, this is where we run back. So these are our main 3 lesson Mustangs. If you come to Vegas anytime to visit, feel free to come out to our ranch and visit our 3 Mustangs that we ride around all the time. We do trail rides and practice in the arena. We do every ages, all ages, every age group. All right, Cindy's doing good today. She's very focused. See if she can trot around this one. Nice. Good job, baby. There goes Cinder. So exciting. All right. Oh. These are big circles around the barrel. He's doing pretty good though. He's like, I don't barrel race, I just run. There you go, Zeb. He likes to go fast. We also do things with an English saddle, which is a little bit smaller of a saddle. And with a smaller saddle, you can do things like dressage or jumping or all sorts of things. So we practice that sometimes. It's a little bit harder to balance. So if you're new, it's easier to ride in a Western saddle. Kind of get your balance and get used to it at first. We just got Cinder all the rainbow gear, so she's all decked out in rainbow. There she goes. You want to just ride around? You're gonna? He's gonna try it again. Let's see if Zeb can do it. Let's cheer him on.
What's he trying to do?
He's going around the barrel pattern.
Oh, my hair did?
But he just wants to run instead.
Yeah. He's always running.
I know. He's very fast.
Sometimes even on the track.
Yes, that's true. All right, here he comes. Back into the pattern.
He just goes to one round.
He does.
You should leave him, so I can just one round as much as you want.
Yeah, sometimes we do. We let them all relax together and run around together and do all sorts of fun things on their own. That's better. He's getting it. Starting to figure it out.
I can't wait for the next full moon.
Oh yeah, so much fun. Every full moon we have moon gatherings here at the ranch, and they're really beautiful and fun.
What is it on
Plus there's all sorts of different animals on it. If it was just a stable, I feel like it would just be horses.
There's only chickens, peacocks, and horses.
Cats.
Yeah, and cats.
Yeah.
And sometimes other animals.
And a donkey.
And sometimes lizards can sneak in.
Lizards.
They're from the other side of the
Yeah.
little things that we walk around in sometimes.
All right, now Kayla's riding Zeb. So a lot of times we switch horses. We ride different horses throughout the time just to get used to different ones and how they are. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she's just taking a break. So I'm just taking a break. So, that's a big, beautiful rainbow bridle. All right. Yeah. We're live for another 8 minutes.
2 hours.
Is there anything other fancy things we should do?
2 hours.
2 hours. Oh man. We should just go on a 24-hour live broadcast sometime.
What about the coyote? You should bring me up. Bring me for the coyotes.
Coyotes.
They come at night.
Oh.
Is that an apple?
Yeah. It's like it.
Have you ever got touch screen?
It's so shiny.
Have you ever got touch screen?
Yeah, you ready? Yeah. Yeah, do you want to like walk back into the barn and then like continue the other one and say goodbye? All right, so we're gonna walk back into the barn and wrap up. We'll say goodbye to everyone in here. They'll keep training. And we'll go say hello to all the horses in the barn. Bye, Cinder. And then you guys can get to your next wonderful experience. We have a little round pen over here that we work on groundwork and connecting with the horses before we ride. We skipped all that so we could get to the exciting riding part today, but overall, our overall big mission is to save 150 wild horses. So we're hoping to get a bunch just like these out of the holding pens. Yeah, I showed them once. Here, let's go this way so the sun's better. So this is Splash. Hi, Splash.
She's gonna eat the computer.
I know, she's like, what's going on?
No, she eats everything. She would try to eat me.
Oh no. All right, let's show him her baby. Say goodbye to Harry. This is Harry Trotter. He's the one with the lightning bolt in his face. Hi, baby. Oh. All right, and then this is Maverick. Harry Trotter's uncle, technically. He's only 2. He's still a baby. And this is Luna. Luna's 4. And we have a donkey, and we have some chickens and cats. And we just like to have as much fun as we can while we connect with the Mustangs. And we're really, really glad that you guys came out. We're really happy that you made it to our ranch and came to join the Mustangs. And 1 second, okay? All right.
Yeah, thank you, Amanda. Thank you for joining